have a hard time sometimes getting started with this. But I wanted to talk to you about changing, and I feel myself just changing so much, and I don't know if it's just because I'm getting older, because I retired. Because, retirement is a really big thing, especially when you're kind of forced into it. It's like your whole world has changed. The rug is pulled out from underneath you, and if you're sick, then you're dealing with sick, and for a long time when you're really, really sick, you're just concentrating on that so much. But then when you start to feel better, then you kind of look around and go, wow, my life is so different than it was. And for me, I've just been like trying to figure out who I am and what I'm going to do, because I can't go back to work. I'm too unreliable. I never know from day to day how I'm going to feel. And, I have a quote here I wanted to read to you. So let me read it and then I can put this down. It's by Wayne Dyer, and he says, if you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. So I have been trying to change the way I look at the flow of my life and how it's going and how things happen and how things affect me. And sometimes it's easier than others, right? Sometimes change is you just wonder. You just had this big thing happen, like maybe some big financial crash, or you lose someone really important in your life, or you lose a job, or you stop a job voluntarily, or you get sick, or there's just so many things that can cause major change to happen in your life. And sometimes it's hard to make this change because you need to make this change, and it's really hard to turn the ship, and you don't want to be like the Titanic and hit the iceberg and go down while you're trying to get away and there's not enough time to get away, and trying hard to change. And one of the things I needed to change was what I'm doing on this channel, because I've done so many of these videos where they're really well thought out. I kind of script them. I have action. I do a lot of voiceover, and they're good. It's like this one that's either come or coming. I'm not exactly sure when you're going to see this video about joy. I really thought that through. I love what I did in there, and I hope you'll like that video. But I don't know if it's really conducive to making friendships to have that kind of video. And what I really want to do is to have us be friends. And in order to be friends, then I need to talk to you as I would if I had a really true friend come to my home. If you have a really true friend, you're going to talk about what's going on in your life, in your mind, and what you're thinking about. You'd have these philosophical discussions, kind of deep, maybe spiritual, if you relate that way. But what wouldn't happen is they come and see you and you just talk about surface things, and everybody's pretending their life is really great and just giving the highlights of the life. You make sure your house is really clean. Kind of reminds me of those dreadful Christmas letters that we sometimes get, where they'll say every marvelous thing that their children has done during the year and all the promotions, and you would just think they were living this absolutely magical life. And it's because they've never told you about any of the struggles. And when I used to get those, my kids were younger and we were having a lot of struggles. We have handicapped kids. We had health problems. We had financial problems. We just had so many things that were going on in our life, and it was so far from perfect that it was unbelievable. So then I get those letters, everything's wonderful, and I just want to burn them because that's not my life. And so I've never sent out a Christmas letter. Anyway, let's go back to change. In order for me to change and make videos where I have any hope of us being friends, I need to talk about real things and show you real things that I'm doing around here at the actual pace that I'm doing them. Like, we're going to do some things. I'm going to finally put down the rug today. I'm determined. I did my dishes and swept the floor here, but I'm going to have to sweep the floor under the table. I have to get all that dog hair off that rug, and then I'm going to put it in the washer and then hang it out. I wanted to change what I'm doing here so that I had this hope of becoming friends with you, which meant that I have to be better about self-disclosing, although I am pretty honest, and I've always been pretty honest in my videos. The upside in that is that you might relate to me a lot better because you'll recognize some of the emotions and the experience and everything, which increases the likelihood that we'll become friends. On the other hand, there are some really compassionate souls out there who get kind of worried about me when I'm talking about something or worrying about something because they want to see me be happy all the time. And I generally am. I'm a very happy, optimistic person, but I'm also a real person, and I am someone who has a lot of deep thoughts. My friends, when I was a kid, which is a whole other story, but they used to say, "Why do you say such big words? And why are you always thinking about stuff like that?" I was just one of those kids who learned to read really early and kind of went on this curve, and I think it's part of my personality, and it's just me to think a lot about things. So I thought, well, maybe people like it better if I just talk, and then we do things, and I let you see me do it. I might do some cutting out, but in some speeding ahead, otherwise the video would be 10 hours long. But enough of it that you feel like you're with me doing it, because the object is for you to feel like my friend and be here, and we're hanging out, and, you know, family comes, and I might be talking to them, wiping out the counters, or, you know, stuff. That's the way it would be if you were here. We might sit in a chair, we might go to a restaurant, we might go shopping, we might make cookies together. Anyway, that's kind of what I'm thinking, right? So that's required that I change, and that's requiring that I make more videos, and I'm going to have to do more talking, because this once a week thing doesn't really open the opportunity for friendships, I don't think. And so I'm trying to make the videos easier for me to make and more accessible. So tell me what you think. Do you like that idea? I'll be talking a lot about what, you know, my life is like now. I'm retired and over 60, and I have the kids here, and, you know, I'm trying to deal with, sometimes I don't feel good and sometimes I do, and sometimes weird things happen to me, and sometimes it's great. And so, yeah, it's just going to be more of the ups and downs of life. Anyway, let's do this rug thing. It's such a busy pattern. I hope I'm going to like it, because I'm determined. Well, the pattern that's down here is kind of busy. I'm still doing that indecision thing I talked about. Hello. Stella, she's a collie. Oh, you just love it when I talk to you. If you came to my house, you wouldn't even know I had a dog, because she doesn't bark, and collies don't really smell. They shed like crazy. It's very expensive to get them groomed, and she needs a grooming. But most people that come to my house have no idea at all I have a dog, even though she spends a good deal of her life in this kitchen. She's just such a sweet girl. Collies are really good around children and families. Do you want to go out? Do you want to go out? There she is. She'll act like she wants to go out. But when I actually ask her, she's like, "No, Mom, I really just want to watch you." To use them in the elementary school. I've got enough hair off. It's still got hair on it, but I think it'll come off in the washer. It's amazing how well it washes. I just have a regular washer, and I put it in there. I always put it in there so that this part's out. And then you wash it on bedding so that it spins on low. You don't do it normally. I did that once and it's kind of scary. But on low, it works well. Then you just hang it up to dry somewhere. This is a good day, so I'm going to hang it over the rail up off my deck. Okay, so I'm just going to... like that. No, I don't need help.
I'm going to leave early and go down and get that mess taken care of and go to the Lowe's until I find those brackets.
Okay, that's fine. No, I know how to do this. I just go in there and I put my back and lift up the leg and pull it under there.
There you go.
I figured this out one day when I wanted to change the rig and you were around, and it's a much bigger deal when you and Andrew's ready on there. Steam it. This is the only time I can actually clean under the floors when I switched out the rug. And what the dog likes to do is come in, she flips the corners back and then lays under the rug, gets the dirt and the hair and everything, pebbles and stuff under the rug. This is my Bissell steam cleaner. I love it. Love, love, love it. It's really lightweight. It's easy to use. It just uses water and creates steam. You're not supposed to put anything in it like a cleanser or vinegar or anything. That will actually void the warranty. And it cleans really, really well. So when I bought this, I thought it had more pink in it. I thought it was pink. Maybe a little bit around there, kind of looks pinkish, but so it's not pink. But I'm like, oh, my spring stuff is just like an explosion of patterns, so maybe I'll be okay. So I'm just going to fold this in. I want to make sure I've got it in thirds. I did it. It does have some royal blue in there, and that back there kind of looks pink, but this is my favorite color, blue. Obviously, I'm wearing this shirt with it. So I love the colors. My mom's china when she got married. First of me, that I have these cookbooks, these vintage cookbooks that are the colors in the carpet. I've never put books on here before. That's kind of fun. I always like to find new ways of doing it. Let's see. I need to have some of those colors down in here now. I have some more. Let's move that. I should be wiping this off. This is an ancient Woman Homes Companion cookbook. I'm not sure if that was my mom's or my grandma's, but that's the color it was at one point. And then I have, this is Mother Anderson's Favorite Recipe from 1948. That one, the title plates are gone. This is Practical Cookery from the Department of Food and Nutrition, Kansas State. And it was printed 1945. And these are vintage like that too. That's kind of fun. And those go with the rug. So what I need to do is bring some more of this blue and yellow and orange in here. These are spring willow branches, and they're supposed to blossom. I'm starting to see a little bit coming out here, but I have to change the water and then mist it at least once a day. And they're supposed to come out and have all these pretty white blossoms. I'm going to stop here today. I'll just put these things away on the counter, and I will finish vacuuming and steaming the floor. And I'm going to call it good because I'm starting to feel it. It's starting to feel kind of winded. I like the idea of those vintage cookbooks up there, and it's fun that they match the rug. But I find out I already own something cool. And I had thought about decluttering those, and I'm really glad I didn't declutter them. One of the reasons I didn't declutter them because I love to sit on the table and just go through there, and especially the New England one, because my family comes from New England. I haven't made anything from them yet. I just looked at them, admired them. I need to have a goal to do that because that would be fun. I'm trying to have fun. It's a change. I'm making a change.